What's up? Oh god, I'm dying. What's up, guys? It's Gray, aka the Kagure, and we're back with my hero. As you might notice, I'm way bigger than I normally am because they copyrighted a lot of my. Oops, sorry, I bumped the mic. They copyrighted a lot of my videos, and I'm worried that if I'm not taking up most of the screen, then I'm going to get copyrighted. And if I get one more copyright, I'm pretty sure I lose my channel. That'd be a bummer. That'd be a huge bummer. Either way, it has been a while, so I apologize for that. Mental health, gotta make sure that it's there. In the meantime, we're back, and these chapters are awesome. They're so good. They're just so good. We didn't talk about last week because stuff, but it left off with Deku and Shigaraki being in the Phantom Zone, the Shadow World. There's no real definition for this, I don't believe. Nana's there. So that's cool, as you can see. And she has the biggest thighs ever. Good lord. To the women in this universe are two C's. Anyway, let's go to the chapter. Not a ton to talk about because a lot of it's dialogue and I don't want to go through the whole thing, right? Like, I don't want to be like, oh, yeah. Basically, All For One is there out of Shigaraki, which looks really gross. He trash talks it the whole time. He's like, oh, you suck, brr, brr, brr. And then Shigaraki tells her that rest assured he hates her. And then he tries to attack All For One because he hates him too. Which is great because I'm telling you, I think Shigaraki's going to kill him. I hope. And then, there's another part that I want to talk about. The previous user of One For All looks so much like Shigaraki. This is intentional. I promise you. He literally looks like a Shigaraki that uses moisturizer. Like, that's intentional. There's no way that is not intentional. The similarities are way too much. And maybe that's why he picked All For One, picked Shigaraki, or something to do with that. Either way, it's noticeable. Poor Deku. They're basically talking about how they support Deku and he wasn't the wrong choice, which is cool to have like confirmation that like the quirk itself is like, yeah, no, Deku's right. So all those Mirio people, and he's like, get him, Shigaraki. And they're like, it's a mistake. And then Deku goes up, and they smack each other. They're both completely screwed. Floating down. You can see a little bit of Deku. I might be able to move a little bit. You can see Shigaraki. Yeah, there it is. Can you see my mouse? Not very well with the green screen. Sorry about the green screen. That corner is always bad. And then he's like, oh no, did he steal his quirk? And he's like, nah, you can't steal it. You need your body to meet. He needs his body to be complete. Or he needs All For One's quirk to integrate into his body completely to be able to steal One For All. So that's kind of convenient. I think it's funny that Deku begs him to don't move again. And much else. Basically, it's like retreat because you're screwed, and heal, and then so messed up, dude. Kind of sucks that he doesn't get to grow his fingers back. You know what I mean? I guess those are just gone forever. And then, some stuff. Dobby's talking to, oh no, Skeptic? The one who can broadcast stuff, which is important because he's like, oh, he's fighting Endeavor? Nice, let's prep. And he says that to Skeptic, the guy who can broadcast stuff. So now is the time where I think we're going to get the Toya reveal. I think almost for sure, because there's no reason why I'd be talking to Skeptic specifically unless that's the case. So dude, it's about to, oh, I'm so excited. Ezra Compress is talking to Toga, who's like, just kind of not being her usual self. There's debris flying everywhere. Mr. Compress is such a good dad. I love that guy. He's so good. And he's like, yeah, the UA people, aren't you like worried about them? And then she talks about how she doesn't know whether because they killed twice, and they're like, you're not supposed to kill people, but they killed twice. Which, by the way, I'm gonna briefly touch on this, but she's basically wondering if like they don't view them as people because they're villains. And that's the end of the chapter. And they're gonna ask. So about the toga thing, I've seen a couple people saying that they like agree with toga. Killing twice was 100% the right call by Hawks, by the way. That wasn't like a morally gray decision. That was like, he gave him every opportunity, even promised rehabilitation if Twice went with him, if he just went and got arrested. And Twice refused, and he was going to kill people. Twice was also one of the most dangerous members, and he was going to use his like quirk to release an army and kill people. Hawks killing Twice was like not a like, ooh, it's like, ooh, heroes are willing to go like sink below. Like, he had to do it. Like, it was a necessary decision to make. This whole toga thing is not right at all. She doesn't understand the situation, but even then, like, sometimes you do have to kill people. You know what I mean? Like, especially in a universe like this, like, sometimes to save multiple lives, you gotta kill a person. You know what I mean? It's just, and I don't know. I like that stuff. Like, that just prove that. I don't think this is a bad thing, by the way. I think it shows a great view into her psyche. I don't think this is like a thing, like a slight on the author. I just think there are people that don't understand what. This is not like Hori saying fact. This is what Toga's thinking about the situation, whereas in reality, not the case. It's also interesting to see it shows Ochako here, which means she might be getting development soon. That mystical Ochako development that's been missing since season 1 or chapter 50 or whatever, whenever the UA Sports Festival happened. I don't actually remember in manga terms. But yeah, so that's pretty much, and not like a very dialogue heavy chapter is why there's not a lot for me to talk about. It's because we don't really learn a whole lot, just that All for One is really petty, which we already knew. I definitely think that Shigaraki is going to kill him. I think that there's going to be a Tartarus Prison Break arc, and I think it's going to result in All for One and All Might dying by the same people. Who knows? I don't really see. I always thought that it was going to be Shigaraki that kills All Might, but it feels kind of weird that Shigaraki kills All Might and All for One. So who knows? Maybe Kurogiri kills someone. That'd be kind of cool. I am excited for the League to get to Shigaraki. I'm so excited to see that interaction. I'm sure it'll be ridiculous. Because it seems as though Dabi's planning on telling the world that he's Toya. Probably. We don't know for sure. Could be anybody. But if that's the case, then I'm stoked for that. Because that's going to be awesome. Finally to be just like out there. You know, and finally, after 10 billion jillion years, we'll finally know if it's the case or not. Either way, that's pretty much it. You should be getting a Bleach video tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try really hard to do a Bleach video. Like, I'm gonna record one tonight, and then I'm gonna try and record one tomorrow night, because I really want to get back on track. I've like missed a week or even 2, but if I like catch up in 1 week, I'd feel really much better. So I'm really gonna try and knock that out. So stick with it. Subscribe for more My Hero and Bleach content. Also, Ruby's coming up. Should be starting soon. I think in a couple weeks, Ruby's going to be starting up. So I'll do weekly reviews of those as well. We'll see about how that goes. I don't know how. I guess I'm going to talk in front of a thumbnail, because I definitely can't show. Maybe screen caps the episode is probably the best bet. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Either way. That's it for me, so thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Glad to be back, and I'll see all of you next time. Peace.